Hello, my name is Ram Krishna. Today I am going to introduce about nursery business in North Queensland and especially in Atherton Tableland area. Nursery business involves propagation and growing of ornamental plant, horticulture plants or cut flower plants, maybe tubers, and transplanting into different pots according to the customer need and selling those plants to the end customers. So when we visit any nursery, we see a lot of different plants in different pots. Some are flowering, some are with only with foliage, or few are only trees. But to produce those plants, it requires mother plant as a planting material. Then we have to propagate those plants, and after propagating those plants, we can sell different product according to customers' need. So as I explained you, in nursery plants, in particular, this business will be of ornamentals, forestry, horticulture, and cut flower. And the region of operation is Australia. So, in all states in Australia. So, though the plants will be produced in North Queensland, but those plants will be supplied all different states. We are not targeting export market for the two reasons. One reason, our cost of production, it's very high compared to the other countries. So export will be not possible. And second reason will be the quarantine. Australian quarantine is strict while importing as well as exporting the plants. So that's why in this project we are only concentrating about business in Australia. So as I informed you earlier that this business will be operated in North Queensland and especially in Atherton Tableland. So why this site is suitable or useful for this business? Because of 360 days sunlight, abundant water, abundant clean water, whole year, tropical weather. So we do not have many cooler days, so we don't need any heating equipment. So that will reduce our cost of production. And for all plants, if you have sufficient light, temperature, and water, those are the three essential things for this business. We want to target buyers around Australia, and those will be near major cities because this business, uh, we are going to target the wholesalers, and all most of the wholesalers, more than 80% wholesalers, they are around cities of Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne. And near to our business, near to our location in Atherton Tableland, we do not have any big customers because our nearest town is Cairns, but that's mainly for tourism. So it's not a big market for nursery plants. Then another market is Townsville, then Mackay, but major market will be major three cities: Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, maybe in Perth. We will contact all the customers around Australia and will make sure that every month we will send them the stock list. So with the stock list, they can place the order online or through phone or fax. So it will require very good website which explains about the all different crops, availability, and in which pot size we are going to sell those plants. If you think about the competitors in this business. There are two major companies nearby in our area, and it's having 50% what we are planning, but they both have the around 50% of that total plan, because this major business is concentrated on cities, as I told you, more than 80%. So we do not have any big competitor in our area. But this industry, entering into this industry is not very easy because it requires huge infrastructure. Fixed cost is very high. It requires 1 acre land, greenhouse, water source, electricity, machinery, labor. And in this business, there is not much integration or cooperation among businesses. Yeah, normally everybody want to hide their media, what media they are using, what plants they are thinking to propagate, because there is a high chance that uh, if I'm thinking to produce one plant for the whole Australian market, some person may think about the same crop, and it's going to uh, destroy my business. So people doesn't disclose the things. About the factors of production, as previously I told you that it requires land, which should be well drained, trained staff, because each crop, each plant, it grows different, so it requires different media, different fertilizer. The pest and diseases are different, so we have to take care about the irrigation of each plant. Pruning is different, cutting technique is different, so that's why it requires trained supervisor and innovative staff. Why innovative staff? Because the major work is involved with the staff. So according to weather, according to water, according to fertilizer, uh, or response of the plants, then we have to give the fertilizer according to that. That's why we need innovative stuff. In fixed capital, greenhouses, then building, or means big packing shed, cold storages, good roads, transport facility, communication. In working capital, will be labor cost will be the major thing. Then consumable, like consumable, non-consumable, like trays and media, different types of media. And then entrepreneurship and management skill, because in this business we are trying to combine the local product and low cost imported product. So by taking the risk of imports, we want to uh, we want to develop our business. So this business comes under perfect competition market, where many nurseries are there around Australia. There are many suppliers, many buyers. But particularly we are interested by reducing prices, it will increase the quantity. We can see in this supply curve ship model, we want to reduce the price. So how we are going to reduce the price? We are reducing our production cost by importing material which will be less cost, less having less cost than what we are producing here. So we will reduce the price. With reducing price, our supply will increase. That supply will push the more quantities, and with more quantities we want to earn more profit. So our strategy will be this strategy, supply curve shift model. So we want to supply the maximum quantity with low price. Same thing I explained in this slide, that we want to lower the cost, it will reduce the price, will increase the quantities. So in this output, function is depending on, so Q is a function of capital. If we use the good technology, good machinery, our output will increase. Labor, that is also important factor. Exchange rate, because we are also depending on the importing plants, so exchange rate is important. Government regulation, so government regulation of Australia, government regulation of exporting countries, quarantine risk. So so here output is function of capital, labor, then exchange rate, then government regulation and quarantine risk. So factors affecting the estimation of output, that is financial crisis. If again, if we are getting for any financial crisis will happen again, that will reduce the output. Government regulation in Australia, there are regulation within state. So if I want to send the material from here to Western Australia, I have to follow the all processes, that interstate regulation, even within state. In Australia itself, in Queensland itself, I want to send material from south to north. Some crops it requires go through the uh, government regulation. Change in government regulations at exporters and importers end, what I previously explained, fluctuation in exchange rate, weather, and pest and disease outbreak. Because if weather is cold, plant will not grow faster. Or if weather is hot, it may attack more pest and diseases. Or low temperature, it may be attack more diseases. And the estimation of cost, when we'll calculate it, we'll calculate on the basis of labor cost, exchange rate. We'll consider minimum output, and we'll consider the risk involved in pest, disease, and transport failure. So it will give the our our cost will be slightly higher in terms of calculation, but we'll have always buffer. If something goes wrong, then still we can survive in this business. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.